a TAH. Total abdominal hysterectomy. That means that you are missing your uterus.
So is that the only option they have?
It's the only option
To save him?
to save the mother's life.
Oh,
Doesn't happen every often, but if it happens, it's a hysterectomy. That's why it's so important for us to find that ectopic. If we don't see something inside the uterus, gestational sac inside the uterus, then we don't assume that there's not an ectopic with that. Because we can also have a pseudo gestational sac, which is midline uterus. And this tells me I have an ectopic and I best find it. Okay? Okay, what was that? Okay. TAHBSO. I'm missing my uterus, my fallopian tubes, and my ovaries.
So that means all of them are removed?
Everything's been removed. TAHVSO. Everything's been removed. LSO. The left side's been removed. RSO. The right side's been removed.
So the second one, total abdomen hysterectomy.
If you've had everything removed, it would be TAHBSO.
Yeah, BSO. What do you mean?
Okay.
Total
Total abdominal hysterectomy, bilateral salpingogram oophorectomy.
Bilateral.
Okay?
Is it
A
any?
salpinge is a fallopian tube. An ovary is just ovarian. Okay? That's what it stands for. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but you've got, as you're reading this, you also have to kind of put it all together. And there's no way you can put it all together just by reading that chapter. Okay? Any other questions on chapter 1? Nothing? You're all ready? Okay, let's move to chapter 2.
What you said? You feel better? Oh, thank you.
Okay.
ايش رسمت توضيحية؟
هذا الأول مو الثاني.
الأول كله يعني ايش رسمت توضيحية؟
لا بس
يعني زي زمان الكدني والطبقات بتاع الكدني
بس هون الجزء الثاني.
الأول بسيطة.
بس
بسيطة.
محشي معلومات جديدة. هذا هاي الأشياء
فضيحة.
صعب.
صعب. يلا كل شيء باوربوينت كويسة حنرفع. هي في رسمات هنا في رسمات. هذا محشي هلبة فضيحة.
هاي الدودة. هاي صعب.
الامبريولوجي كيف نشأتها. هذا الامتحان هذه
عندي واحد ليش أمرك إياه فكرت بتنجم
Okay, when we talk about an ova or a sperm, both of those are called a gamete, okay? In my class, you will hear me call it multiple things. You'll hear me call it an ova, an ovum, a gamete, or an egg. Okay? Those are all, you don't know which one the registry is gonna ask for. So you have to know all 4 names. They will never call it an egg because that's not politically correct for medical terminology. A sperm is either a sperm or a gamete. Okay, because they're both gametes. I think it's G-A-M-E-T.
egg gamete ovum and
Like
okay.
an ovum, an egg, an ova, a gamete, or we just call it an egg. You do not have to know, because I've never heard of the Carnegie staging, so I looked it up on the NEC, the National Education Curriculum, and it says nothing about that staging. Okay, so don't memorize the staging. Okay, you will never be asked about it, not in this class and not on the registry. Okay, but you will hear about from fertilization, when the egg meets the sperm on day 14, ovulation, the sperm is there to meet the egg and it gets fertilized. Most of fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube in the area called the ampulla. Okay, this, remember, is called a cornua. This is called the isthmus. This is called, no, that's interstitial. And I can't spell today. So, isthmus. Okay. So the ovary lets go of the egg during ovulation. Let's just say it's day 14. Day 1 is what day? The first day that I bleed is day 1. Okay? Day 14, my egg lets go and pops out of the ovary. These little fimbriae pick it up and suck it up into here. Now it's in the fallopian tube. Okay? It's gonna travel. Most of the time, the sperm meets it here at the ampulla. It's the widest, most coiled area of the fallopian tube. Okay? Then it travels through my isthmus. Then it travels into my interstitial. And if it gets caught in this area right here, they'll have to do a hysterectomy because of the blood supply. Okay?
Can you repeat please, Mustafa?
What?
The last thing you said about,
It's traveling, it's fertilized now,
yeah. And,
okay?
yeah,
Or let's say it's not fertilized. Okay, it's not fertilized. It's just gonna travel infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus, interstitial, cornua, endometrium. I bleed and it goes out.
you said something about the histo.
If it gets anywhere in this area, it's a hysterectomy.
If it's what in this area? If it's,
If it's in the interstitial or the cornua, it's a hysterectomy. Just like if it gets caught in the cervix.
So you mean if the eggs,
Stuck,
it gets stuck in there?
stuck in there.
And it's fertilized.
Unfertilized, oh.
Fertilized.
Okay.
It will never get stuck in there if it's not fertilized. Okay?
Makasla yani.
So where it should go then?
To the
I mean-
uterus. Uterus.
So it keeps moving,
It keeps
until
moving
it
until
goes to the
it goes
uterus.
into the uterus. I bleed.
Mhm.
It doesn't implant because I'm not fertilized. I just
Mhm.
bleed it out.
Okay.
Okay?
if it's fertilized, it comes down to the uterus, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
But it is stuck in there.
So now it's fertilized. It's getting bigger every day. It's getting bigger. It implants into my endometrium. It's burrowing down. It implants, because that's where the blood supply is. And I should see a gestational sac. Okay?
So there's,
This is called fertilization
Mhm.
or conception. Okay?
Fertilization
And conception are the exact same thing.
Same, yeah.
Exactly. That's where you want it to take effect.
So once,
Okay.
when it gets fertilized, either it goes to the uterus or it
It
comes
all-
out of blood, like bleeding.
If it's fertilized,
Uh-huh.
hopefully it never goes out. It's gonna develop me a baby,
Okay.
okay? Once it's fertilized, a whole new process starts. Okay, a whole new process. But if it's not fertilized, I just have my menses.
And it goes to the same,
Goes through the same route.
it goes all the way through
Mhm.
out,
It's still gonna travel out.
just not fertilized.
It's not fertilized, it just comes out. Okay, if it's fertilized, we want it to implant. Hopefully up here in the endometrium. Because if it implants down here, that puts my baby at high risk. Because the placenta will cover the os, and I won't be able to deliver it normally because the os will be covered. There's no way for the baby to come out except for being surgically removed.
Cesarean.
In this case, can we see it in the sonar?
We don't see it until 4 weeks.
No, I mean, when the cord, when the placenta be at the
At this stage,
cover the
no.
baby.
Because the placenta doesn't take over until 16 weeks.
Mhm.
You're
So
already
that's
4
the way-
months by then.
It's not covered the baby,
Okay.
covered the internal.
At that point in time, I can see. At this point in time, I'm not gonna see the placenta.
But when
I just know that if it implants in here, the placenta is gonna cover the os, that mother's already put in high risk.
when can you see where it's been implanted?
When I see the gestational sac.
After 4 weeks.
That's where you can see where.
But Miss Shepherd, there is ladies that get miscarriage, they don't know.
Correct.
Is that what, how long it takes to them, because they only see it one day in the bathroom or something?
Yeah. Mhm.
So is that, what is that called, like which stage